Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War mod. In the last episode, we saw the beginning of the, the Balkan League, and the war between Italy and the Ottoman Empire. That's currently going on. We've also been continuing to bolster our forces. Mainly, we've been working a lot on our naval forces. We've also been kind of getting our ground forces together. We have a large run of armored cars currently being built to help bolster our Eastern Front and our Western Front forces when the inevitable war comes about. I think the next run we'll do just basic infantry, and I'm going to bolster the African force as well as our general European forces as well. So that's the current plan. So, yeah, it is a little... We're not too far away from the war happening. If I remember right, it's mid-1914 that the actual events that occurred to start World War I actually happen. So we're a little bit less than 2 years away, which is, we're starting to get close. Alright, we're going to put this one into our battle cruisers. And we have a normal military factory, our actual... what do we want to do here? I think we should put some more into our armored cars. The next one we're going to... I think the next couple we're just going to fill out our infantry equipment 1. Get all that finished. So we have a decent stockpile. We're also going to start stockpiling our support equipment and field artillery. That's going to be a big deal. Especially when we start taking casualties and when we start having to fill out our forces from the massive build-up of our militaries. Oh! Okay. Large war. So Serbia declared war on the Ottoman Empire. And we just finished send German advisors. And we finished communication systems. Okay, so let's get our national focus finished. So we are going to... I think we are going to go with a... What are we going to do? I think we're going to go with anti-Russia policy. We are going to... We just finished that, so we're going to do our research time. And if I recall, so they are currently at war with the entire Balkan League and Italy at the same time. So the Ottomans are getting 1-2 punched by these two forces. Okay, so war in the Balkans, taking advantage of the weakness of the Ottoman Empire following the Italian-Turkish War. The members of the Balkan League declared war against the Ottoman Empire. Will the Ottoman Empire survive this attack? The Balkan League declared war on the Ottomans. So I guess historically, the Italian-Ottoman War probably ended by now. Huh. I guess those initial... Oh, wow, that's some quick movement. So they've already pushed in a couple of provinces. Now, historically, I don't think this was a very long war. The Ottomans capitulated pretty quickly, as they were getting attacked from multiple sides. Let's put that one into our rifles. So yeah, also I wanted to say, if you guys have any suggestions for games, mods, anything in the future for content on the channel, please put it down below. One of the also problems I had with coming up with a new series after the hiatus was I wasn't exactly sure what to do for a new series. I finally settled on this because I heard the mod had been updated quite far since it first came out and had become pretty good. Yeah, I was kicking around ideas for a couple of days without being able to actually come upon something I really wanted to do. So if you guys have any suggestions for games or anything for a single-player series or even a multiplayer series, please put it down below in the comments section. I would greatly appreciate it, because you know, a lot of this is you guys. The whole reason I do this is I enjoy making videos and I enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. I may not always comment back when you comment, but I do read everything posted on my videos, every comment, at least once. So, it's not. I mean, okay. So the Ottomans have a force here and here now, so they've probably raced some forces in from somewhere. See, what I'm assuming is that Bulgaria is going to push down, cut these guys off, and then these guys are just going to wipe out the... Yeah, it's already starting. Free dockyard. We're going to put that one into our battle cruisers. Okay, we got machine gun teams, so our doctrine has increased one, so let's go to static position. Just go down that doctrine tree. It's kind of the first thing I always do when I play Hearts of Iron 4. It doesn't seem to hinder you at all. Like, I don't see the downside of not doing it, so I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Let's put this one into our support equipment. So there's somewhat of a general offensive. Either, I'm not sure which way it's going, but there is there's quite a few battles along the frontier. How is our current training going? It's going all right. We're about 200 cars down. I'm going to start a run of our infantry, and we're going to do 2 runs of 10, so we'll make 20 of these guys, 20 infantry units, and we'll put them into Madden, whatever the fuck. That little town right there across the, what is this river? Oh god. Oh, don't tell me. Well, you can't tell me, but no, I don't remember. I'll have to look that up. Nope. Emperor Mijing? Emperor Mijing suffering from diabetes, nephritis? Is that a and gastroenteritis? I'm not sure what the second one is. Is that a variant of arthritis? Died of uremia? Although the official announcement said that he died at what would that be? It's 12:42 a.m. of July 30th, 1912. The actual death was a couple hours earlier, on July 29th. After the emperor's death in 1912, the Japanese Diet, is that how you pronounce it? Diet, passed a resolution to commemorate his role in the Meijing restoration. An iris garden in the area of Tokyo, where Emperor Mijing, I don't know how to pronounce that, and the Empress had been known to visit, was chosen as the building location for the Shinto shrine, Majinjuko. The shrine does not contain the Emperor's grave, which is located at, oh god, not even gonna try. Glory to the Emperor. So that was the Japanese Emperor that died. You know, funny enough, I didn't know this, but I recently found this out because they were in the news. Japan still has an emperor. I did not know this. I mean, he doesn't have any power. It's like the Queen from the UK. But I always find it interesting. Find it interesting when when these kind of archaic or these governmental positions that you thought kind of had gone away are still around. You know, I just didn't think it. I don't know. I assumed they had that had been abandoned pretty after they surrendered. We are going to do 5 divisions that are going to the Russian front. The others will go to the Belgian front. Okay, yeah, we're starting to see some movement on this front here. And we can modify the government again. Yeah, we're not... The world tension's still not high enough to do much. Let's get a tank designer. I think we're gonna go for... Yeah, we're gonna go for mobile tank designer. I want them to be able to move quick. Let's continue increasing our support equipment. Let's put another one into our battle cruisers. And we have the anti-Russia policy. Let's get the anti-French policy. Alright. Okay, large offensives going on here. This pocket here is almost cut off. They just need to close off this one province. Oh, by the way, I have everything set to normal difficulty. I know some people would say it's kind of a cop-out, especially for the AI in this game, but I don't know. I've always kind of just enjoyed playing games at their standard difficulty, especially when I'm trying out a new game. And I may not be trying this game out for the first time, but I definitely am playing this mod for the first time, so I decided just to keep it kind of vanilla. Okay, siege artillery upgrade, which is good. Still a bit early to go to the next tier of artillery, so I think I think it'd be good to research some of our naval doctrines. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we're only short 70 armored cars now, which is good. We start making a dent in our armored cars that we need for these units here. We can actually get them all deployed and readied up, because we're still we're a little bit less than 2 years. Well, I mean, we're a little bit more than 2 years to the actual historical World War One. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to. Italy is still not invaded the Ottoman Libya, which is surprising. They do have a navy. A lot of people kind of discount this, but Italy does have, or did have at this time period, not a huge navy, but a substantial navy. It was more than, I believe it was more than the United States at the time. I may be wrong about that, but I definitely know it's not. A lot of people assume the Italians are always incompetent and they don't, they never have enough of what they need, or everything they have is horrible. But apparently their navy was very well adept at fighting in the Mediterranean, though that did mean that it was not very well adept at fighting in the open water, in terms of the their seaworthiness, at least in World War II. I'm not sure about I'm not sure about World War I. So we still have one more division of these armored cars to finish up, but we have finished out the order of those armored cars. Everything else is going into surplus, which is good. Another free dockyard. We'll put this one into our protected cruisers. We are a bit low on manpower. That's because we are at limited conscription due to the world tension. If I can, we should, when I can, I will increase that to extensive conscription. So, let's put this into our support equipment. I want to get this filled out because I've always noticed support equipment is a very big bottleneck, because you need a good amount of it, or at least in the vanilla game, you need a good amount of it, but it doesn't produce as fast as infantry equipment, and you need only slightly less support equipment, just in terms of how much you spend, or how much they need to be given. I've always found it to be the thing I'm lacking, at least mid-war. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same here, but who knows? That might not be the case. I do have to say, I'm not sure if it's coming through on the recording. I don't know if I'll be changing the levels here, but the music definitely is period, and it's decent. It's decent music. It's definitely that early 1900s. I'm enjoying it. I'm not sure if this is the actual. I think this might be from the mod. I'm not sure. I usually play with the music off, but that. Ooh, Greece is getting eaten up. See, what they need to do is they need to hit these dockyards, these naval bases, cut off their supply. But Belgium is making a push. They have reached the actual Mediterranean, the actual Mediterranean, so that's good. We'll see if they can actually hold it. Although I think Greek units are also up here near Constantinople, which is interesting. Serbia's doing all right as well. Just the Greeks that are really having the hard time because they've had their capital taken, and now it's moved to this island in Crete. Or it's moved to the island of Crete. Anti-French policy is done. What are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna go for the anti-Serbian policy. If we can befriend Romania and Bulgaria and the Ottoman Empire, and we have this whole block together, that'll really help us in southern Russia during the war, and also help bolster the Austro-Hungarians quite a bit. Ooh, Serbia's actually getting pretty big. They're making a pretty good push, which isn't good, because we will have to fight them at some point, because of the whole reason that World War I started, due to the assassination of that... oh God, no. Don't tell me I forgot his name. Franz Ferdinand. Archduke Franz Ferdinand. See, I'm not completely stupid. I just have lapses of stupidity. Let's see here. I think we're gonna continue going with the battle cruisers. I like the idea of more mobile forces. And we are having some issues with our oil. I think we should start working on Romania as our main oil importer. We have some more military factories. Put one in each of our infantry equipment and support equipment. I think we'll also, once we finish these out, we'll start filling out the artillery, because I'm actually not sure. Let's see here. Does our standard infantry have an artillery piece? Yes, they do. They have support artillery. Just good. Very good. Alright, these armored cars are going to go to the Belgian front, which should give... Yep, that is the maximum they can have, which is good. That's what I wanted before the war started. Put one in support equipment. I think... Yeah, that's going to be our major bottleneck as support equipment. At least I think it is. I'm fairly certain. What are we going to do here? I think we're going to make a second, or we're going to make another unit. We're going to get a standard general, and Luxembourg is going to be our, it's going to be their front line. Again, I'm not sure if Luxembourg actually joins the Entente forces for this war. I'm 90% sure. Do Atlantic Fleet. And if that is so, then these two units will push together across Belgium. And hopefully that'll work out. Let's see how this war's going. I mean, it's going alright. It's not going the best. They could be doing better, but at least Greece did reconquer their... go for the torpedoes. Greece did retake most of their lands, which is good, so all these units are cut off. Well, yeah, I don't think Athens actually still connects to these units, so that... I think that's the case. Just good. I forget what the border's gonna look like. I think... Yep. Okay, never mind. The Treaty of London. The Balkan League took advantage of the weakness of the Ottomans and forced them to concede some territories. It's a victory for the Balkan League and maybe the end of the Ottoman Empire. It's. I mean, maybe not directly, or maybe not yet the end, but it's pretty close. Let's finish off our supply. So our support equipment is maxed out, which is good. Italy has done a landing on the Ottoman homeland in actual Turkey, which is interesting. So they did that instead of actually going for Libya. We'll see if it pays off for them. And what are we going to do? I think we're going to start working on our trenches. So I think I'm going to focus on the trenches here. I think we should have level 6 trenches on our border with Russia. That'll give our factory something to work on for a good long time. And give us a good defense during the initial stages of the war. Because if it goes anything like it did historically, the Russians were able to make ground early in the war before they got pushed back. So if we can avoid them pushing us back before we get our offensive off, then that's only a good thing for us. So we just got to... So if we bolster our border, hopefully that should result in us not losing any ground at the start of the war. Which would be better than historical Germany, which is, hopefully is something I can pull off. But we'll see. I'm all right with losing if we lose World War I as this. I'm all right with losing as long as it's fun while I lose. I've always said that a game, it doesn't matter if I win a game. It's just if I have fun during a game, whether I win or lose. So we'll see if that's the case here. Let's do some... what do we want to do? Let's do some anti-British policy. Start rounding out our infantry equipment. We have a lot of spare infantry equipment, which is good. So we have 36 divisions on the Belgian border. Technically it's the Belgium-Luxembourgian border. But we've got about 36 divisions against their 5. So I'm thinking we might be able to push through, crack that border real quick before we get stopped. Because the initial stages of World War I were actually pretty fluid. The push through Belgium and the push through the northern side of France all took place relatively quickly. And with the French unable to mount an effective defense until they reached the Somme, I'm pretty sure, which is where the counterattack by the combined British forces and French forces, and it halted the German forces, which I believe at that point is when the Germans actually pulled back to a smaller border, so along mostly the Belgian border, to have a smaller frontage. Okay, so Belgium... Okay, Second Balkan War. Bulgaria was not happy with the results of the Balkan War. Surprising, since they got the majority of the land in that war, I can see. Despite being promised large amounts of territory, Serbia and Greece turned out to be completely unwilling to give up the Bulgarian claims in Macedonia. I think. Yeah, Macedonia. In response, Bulgaria began an invasion of Serbia with a surprise attack, and then themselves were surprised to find a Greco-Serbian alliance that brewed for this exact situation. Bulgaria is in a tough position. Could this ruin the stability of the region forever? Well, judging by the stability of the region today, it very well might have. The Balkans region is not known for its being overly stable. Well, Italy's not doing half bad in Turkey. I don't think they've lost territory. Okay, we got an aircraft engine, which is good. Whoa, alright. Whoop. Romanian intervention. Dobroja has been split between Romania and Bulgaria rules since the Congress of Berlin. The entire territory contains a near equal part of Romanian and Bulgarian population, with the mix of Turks as well. With Bulgaria swamped in its own war, who would stop Romania from taking the rest of the region? Okay, so Romania is now at war with Bulgaria. Let's see here. Still 1913, so we're just going to keep plugging away at that stuff. So Romania is trying to get this tract of land, this very small tract of land. Okay, we've maxed out our infantry equipment, so we're making 178.10 rifles and bayonets a day. This whole region is just at war now. Oh, okay. Oh, I paused it right in time. Military coup. A military coup has taken place in Mexico City, led by General Victorio Huerta, the military commander of the city. Madrio was arrested and a short time later assassinated along with his vice president, Jose Maria something. Alright, so Mexico has a military coup, so now it's a military dictatorship. But that is time for this episode. So kind of a cliffhanger here. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, rate down below. If you really enjoyed this and you'd like to keep up on all my new uploads, definitely subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments or criticisms, down below in the subscription or in the comment section, it would be greatly appreciated. I do read every comment that is posted on my videos. And I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.